Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Pen Fans series. This is a new series of Appelboom. After the amazing successful Top 3 Pen series, we now have this series and you should definitely check out all the episodes. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you don't want to miss out on a video of this series or any other video of us. In this series we ask special guests 3 fountain pen related questions, and in this episode we have a really special guest because we have Vanessa Langton. So Vanessa, we are in contact for a very long time already, and actually I have met her now twice at the DC show of 2022 and the DC show of 2021, and we hanged out, we had a lot of fun, and she is known as the pen gangster. And she definitely is a pen gangster, believe me. You don't want to see her on the streets hustling all those pens. It's crazy. You can also find her on Instagram. And what we did is we asked her 3 fountain pen related questions. Go check it out.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. You might know me as Vanessa Langton on Instagram. That's actually my name. That is I've been asked that before. Is that my real name? Yeah, it's my real name. And you might also know me as Pen Gangsta on YouTube, which is not my real name, but is a name that I adopted a few years ago. That name actually came about during, it was a group chat that I was doing a long time ago with Yafa Brands, and I basically just declared that I was a pen gangsta because, you know, I was always trying to get all the pens. So I still consider myself to be a pen gangster because I'm still trying to get all the pens. So the first fountain pen I ever used was a Pilot Metropolitan. At the time it was like around $20. And I figured, you know, why not? I tried a fountain pen about 10 years prior to getting the Pilot Metropolitan, and it was so scratchy, and I didn't know anything about fountain pens, and it completely turned me off to them. I was like, oh, these are total garbage. I'm never going to use this again. I got into fountain pens because I was looking for a way to do ink drawings without having to constantly dip a nib into ink, draw, and then re-dip the nib into ink, and then draw. It was just frustrating for me because I do a lot of drawings, I do some illustrations, and it was frustrating for me because I hated having to stop, or while I was using a dip nib, it would just run out of ink. And I was like, you know, there has to be something I can use with a continuous ink flow. And I was like, oh, you know, it's like the light bulb went off. I was like, oh yeah, there's fountain pens. So I started searching around for fountain pens, and that's when I did lots of searching and reading of reviews, and that's when I found the Pilot Metropolitan. I was like, okay, I'm going to try that out. And I got the Pilot Metropolitan, put that cartridge in, squeezed the cartridge so it would come through the nib, and started writing with it. And it was such a smooth experience, especially compared to ballpoint pens, which I used for a very long time before this. It was just so nice because my hand with ballpoint pens used to cramp up and hurt so bad. And now I can write for long periods of time or draw even, and it's awesome. I do use fountain pens every day, and I use them for multiple purposes. I use them for work, which I do a lot of reading and research for my job, which I'm an art historian. So I take a lot of notes. So I use my fountain pens in that way. I also use fountain pens to create small sketches, like if I'm going to do a sticker commission or some sort of drawing. I always, you know, come here. I have a notebook where I just do these random doodles in them. And in fact, I think I've got one in here for Appelboom somewhere. This is like my book for, oh, here's a good one to look at. Here's the Esterbrook candy sticker. That was the initial idea. I had to jot it down. Here's one I did for Luxury Brands of America. So usually I have these ideas in my mind for these images, and I just I've got to get them out. So I have this notebook. It's like this notebook for me. This is it's my brain dump. So as soon as it pops into my mind, I have to sit down with it, and got to get it out of my mind and get onto paper. So that's a way. Fountain pens. There it is. Okay. Here we go. So yeah, I did one for Appelboom. There's the initial idea for the Appelboom sticker, which I don't know if Yoast has printed those yet, or if this is a secret, but I guess the cat's out of the bag, right? My bad. I also like to use pen and ink for drawings, for doing all kinds of different drawings. For example, here's a design I did for Esterbrook Paradise. And it's a combination of watercolor and black ink. I usually outline in black ink, or I draw the image using black ink. And I also do stuff like if I want to test an ink out, sometimes I even, let me see if I can find it. I'll create something with it, Gangsta, and use different inks just to see how they play together. You know, I don't remember what inks I used for that. And I also use watercolor in that. I do a lot of ink and watercolor type of illustrations. I also have done portraits. I've done a portrait of my friend, Penboy Roy. That was a while back. And this is all done in green ink, since green is his favorite color. Here's another one with my sister. So I do a lot of work with ink and watercolors. That's how I use pens on a daily basis. And, you know, I couldn't imagine. Can you imagine a world without being able to use fountain pens and ink? How horrible. Oh, gosh, that would be a sad world to live in. So sad. Pen storage can be an issue. And I had someone, they wrote me a message the other day. They were asking me how I stored my pens. And I gave them like this answer. It was such a boring way to, hold on a second, I'll grab one. I actually store my pens, and it's a very boring way. It's these black pen folios, and inside they have slots for different, you know, several pens. Like I think this holds like 48 or something. There's like my Van Gogh, my Visconti Van Gogh collection. So I have several of these, and the sad thing about having them in these folios is that I don't get to see them unless I come in here and, you know, I have to open up the folio and look for a pen that I want to use. So I would really like to figure out a way to create some sort of like a visual pen inventory, like a book, so I could flip through and find it and then have it. You go to this binder and find it there, except that I'm not that organized, so that's never going to happen. Now, when I travel with my pens, I like to travel with them in all kinds of different pen cases. In fact, I like to coordinate my pen cases based on the pens that I'm carrying and the purse that I'm carrying. I know that's kind of weird, but it brings me joy and happiness. And so my most recent pen case find was at the Dallas Pen Show, and it's this beautiful Tasha pen case, and it holds 3 pens. I don't have anything in there right now, but look at the inside. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh, so I've got, you know, of course I have pens to do that. I also really love my rickshaw pen cases as well. This is one of my favorites, this pen koozie. And it has matching sleeves that go with it. In fact, I have a sleeve right now. Oh, here it is. It's in my lap. This kind of matches it. So it's like this cherry blossom that goes with this. And, you know, but I actually have some Monte Grappa Elmo 2 pens in here that are real pretty. I need to review them still. I just haven't gotten around to it. I also love Galen leather products. This is one of my favorite pen cases from them that I like to use. And it could take a beating and still look good. I mean, this one, I put a lot of leather cleaner on it to make it look nice all the time. And then this 3-pen case is really nice too. So I'm really a fan of that. Right now on my desk, I'm keeping Urushi pens and this Tasha pen roll, which, I mean, to me, when I use these Tasha pen sleeves and rolls, they just feel so luxurious. Really luxurious. I mean, I feel it's a treat every time. So here's the back of it, and so I unroll it, and even the lining is like nice and velvety, and so I keep some Urushi pens in there, so that way the finish doesn't get all scratched up. Urushi pens are very beautiful and delicate, and I just try to keep them nice all the time. One more Galen case I like to, and this is a case that I usually keep in my purse. I keep it all the time, so it's this little bitty pen case, and it's perfect sized for Kaweco pens. It's just so cute. And one more. I could do like a whole thing on just pen cases alone. It's a single Kaweco pen case, except for I have the little Lilliput in here, the little green one. Oops, it's upside down. So isn't that just adorable? My desk, let's see, I'll have to flip the camera to show you guys what pens are inked and on my desk. So here's a look at the pens that are inked and on my desk. And so we've got, Leonardo. This is a little pen design. I've got a couple of Esterbrook, the Esterbrook Candy. And so, yeah, I actually don't have as much inked as you would think, right? I try not to. That's my newest Leonardo. And this is from River City Pen Company. It's a maker pens. I like my maker pens. I like, my branded pens as well. So, and then in here here's the Auto Hut. This actually belongs to Appelboom, and I still have it. Shh! Don't tell Yost. Don't tell him. Here's another beautiful Auto Hut. And then I also have this lovely Magna Carta pen in here. So these were all in this little thing right here. So that's what I have inked, and that's how my pens are stored when I am at home. Well, that's really all I have to say about pens, my fountain pen collection. I just thank you so much, Yost, for the opportunity to, tell people about how awesome fountain pens are and about how I got into them and how I use them and stuff. And what a great series. Really looking forward to what everybody else has to say about it. So thank you. Ta-ta.